Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are going to be playing Shadowgate on the Nintendo Entertainment System and recording it all on VHS. So, Shadowgate starts simply enough. We have a gate. It's filled with shadow. Heyo. We'll dive in. Let's just get going. The last thing you remember is standing before the wizard Lakmir as he waved his hands. Now you find yourself staring at an entryway which lies at the edge of a forest. The druid's words ring in your ears.
Within the castle Shadowgate lies your quest. The dreaded Warlock Lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. The combination of his evil arts and the great Titan's power will surely destroy us all. You are the last of the line of kings. The seed of the prophecy.
Let's try that again.
The seed of prophecy that was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop the evil one from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well.
Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the Warlock Lord. And we're in. So, this is going to be an interesting one for a video format because it's largely a text-based game with a little visual window here. So, we have our look, open, use, leave, speak, hit, close, and take. Let's have a look at, say, ourselves. Thou art truly a brave knight. So now we get to feel, slightly good about ourselves. Note, I love this system. We'll get into it later. But we have torches. We have various cards of inventory space. We have no spells. We have no goods. So let's look at the door. It's a heavy wooden door with iron hinges. Okay. It's the skull of some creature. Its meaning seems quite clear. Death lurks inside. Hey, door opens. The door is open. It's the door leading into the castle Shadowgate. So, there is more out here, and I know that because I have played this game before. Spooky eyes. But pitiful wizard Lakmir was a fool to send a buffoon like you to stop me. You will surely regret it, for the only thing here for you... Regret it, for the only thing here for you is a horrible death! The sound of the maniacal laughter echoes in your ears. It's a torch. An oil-soaked rag has been wrapped around it. Let's take those. We need torches. The torch is in hand. The torch is in hand. So something else that's nice about this game is I can just save whenever I want. So when it's time to call an episode, I don't have to find a save point. I can just save whenever. Hooray! It's not an episode yet. So yeah. Trying to remember just a lot about this game. The door is locked. The door is locked. It's a beautifully woven rug. But what if we set it on fire? The rug quickly catches on fire and burns away. No, there was nothing under it. Alright. It's the entrance to Shadowgate. You can hear wolves howling deep in the forest behind you. Let's see. Yep. As if by magic, the skull rises. The key 1 is in hand. I don't think it ever gets more descriptive beyond key 1. It's a small iron key. Cool. You stand in a long corridor. Huge stone archways line the entire hall. Click. The key worked. It unlocked the door. The stone walls seem uncomfortably close as you walk down the stairs. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit that save button again real quick, because I'm going to show off some of the stuff in this game that will just flat out get me, killed. So there's a book. The book is opened and examined. A rectangular hole has been cut out of the inside of the book. The key, too, is in hand. So that's fine, but what if we take the book? When you remove the book from its pedestal, the floor collapses, and you fall to your death. It's a sad thing that your adventures have ended here. Okay, so, time for nostalgia stuff. This screen, I love it. I love this music. This music is one of my favorite tracks of all time, quite frankly. Like, this is something that gets stuck in my head. My oldest brother, I think, knew how to, he figured out how to play it on the piano, and just, every once in a while would do that, and just, yes! But, yeah, this game is, in fact, out to kill you, in a way. It is an old-school adventure. And like I mentioned, it's on the NES, so this game has always been around, as long as I can remember. We have owned it. Let's take our key again. So, let's take this torch. This torch. Okay. And let's look at this weird looking rock. It's a stone wall, supposedly. The stone falls away to reveal a secret passage. I honestly don't remember what's around this corner. But anyway, we've had this game forever. So as a very small kid, and if I tag everything correctly, you should see an image of what the game looks like, the title art, whatever that is, and it's just like this weird gargoyle, and that thing scared the crap out of me as a kid. I forgot about those nice transitions. And yeah, this game was always something that, it was too much for me as a kid because I couldn't read, and there's a lot of puzzle solving, and there's a lot. It took me years to get around to actually playing this game, but it's still I always loved it. I always loved the UI of this game. Honestly, it's something that's always been I love it. And yeah, we'll get more into the torches when things start happening with that. Anyway, the stones in these walls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarves. Cool, I guess. Right, so we have 3 doors. Let's start with the right. The door is open. The door is open. The door is open. You know what? The stone passage winds to an unseen end. I don't remember if key 1 works on this. It does not. But what about key 2? The key worked. It unlocked the door. Oh, as you enter, you can see a sword and a sling inside. It's a small leather sling, and this would come in handy for long-range battles. Ah, there we go. So, you'll notice the music changed, and you'll notice my torch seems to be dwindling somewhat. This torch throws dancing shadows about the room. Basically, everything you do in this game takes a unit of time, and torches only last for a specific unit of time. So, ultimately, that means that you have a time limit on this game. You have to have torches to light, otherwise you lose. You're just done, you stumble around in the dark, and you will fall down a pit. It's a double-edged broadsword. The handle has Druidic script written up on it. Well, don't mind if I do, by the sling. And I feel like I remember this sword kills us. Nope. Cool. Oh, come on. VHS, don't do this. So this is also one of those more difficult to set up games because it's a Nintendo cartridge, and yeah, those are getting rough. We're gonna let our torch burn for a while. I do kind of want to just show off what happens if when my torch runs out. As soon as you enter the room, you see an arrow on the front wall. Yep, let's take this torch. We can't take that one. Can't take that one. We got the arrow. And our torch goes out with a fizzle. With outstretched arms, you move slowly, looking for a light. Suddenly, you trip over something. Smash! You fall face first to the floor. It's a sad thing that your adventures have ended here. Alright, they even relit my torch. Cool, so yeah, apparently if you hit the continue button, you start in the previous room and they relight your torch for you. How kind. So, you have a time limit, but at the same... Oh, that's open. Let's try to take... We now have an arrow. These torches that I can't take. This torch is fastened to the wall with rather modern-looking nails. This one's just securely fastened to the wall. Pow! Nope, I injured myself a little bit. Alright. Torch is getting low. Let's go ahead and relight torch. Let's do that. The torch is wet and won't burn. Also wet and won't burn. Cool. So, a slab of concrete rests upon two stone supports from 10 feet from the floor. I don't know what happens, but the ledge wasn't strong enough to hold you. You fall to the ground and land hard on your rump. It's too high for you to reach. So yeah, this game is purely... It is pure nostalgia for me. I guess we'll go right. I forgot about the animated shark. A shark swims by as if patrolling this calm pool. Don't give up, skeleton. It's a small brass key. The door is open. So, as you would expect, if we try to get this key, we get eaten by a shark. Water cascades over a subterranean cliff into a cool, clean stream. cold water cascades down. We already saw that. Same thing. This landslide looks like it occurred ages ago. It would take you months to clear it away. But we can go behind the waterfall. The walls in this room are much too close to comfort. The damp walls of this eerie cavern are rough and irregular. The rock is quite loose, so let's hit it. You hit the rock as hard as you can. Pow! The loose rock falls down as if hinged to the wall. Bag 1 is open. The bag contains 3 large jewels. Let's just take the bag. You're standing in a dark underground cavern. The way is blocked by a silent landslide, and even with your might, you cannot clear a path. This subterranean cavern has been carved by centuries of supernatural erosion. I will be saving quite often, by the way, because there's a lot of things that can kill you in this game, and I don't remember all of them. But, again, this game is covered in nostalgia for me. Like, I always kind of loved it as a kid. I kind of was afraid of it, also. This long, cold hallway is lined on either side by half a dozen coffins. Because it's kind of spooky, honestly. Like, as a kid, and, you know, again, I was young when this game was cutting edge. And yeah, it's kind of spooky, and that gargoyle scared the crap out of me, and like it was always something that was really interesting, and like it's a good quick adventure game. The lid of the coffin is open. A mummy stands silently before you. Well, what else are you going to do with mummies? The mummy burst into flames, leaving behind a scepter among the ashes, which we shall take. Let's try that again. The scepter is in hand. This jewel-studded scepter is truly made for a king. The lid of the coffin is open. It's a bag. Bag 2 just has a bunch of coins. Nothing happened. The lid of the coffin is open. This green slime is quite disgusting. The green slime is very thick and warm to the touch. You put the burning torch close to it. The flame just went out. Your torch goes out with a fizzle. Oh no. Fall face first into some green slime. I don't know, like it's simple. Like, a lot of people grew up with the Sierra and other adventure games, and there's a few of those I did play, like King's Quest and whatnots, and they're great. But let's not try to open the mummy. We'll take our bag. We'll burn the mummy. Ooh, hey, Torch, you're on your way out. As you open the tomb, a banshee flies out and emits an ear-shattering scream. You're alright, but it's very hard to hear. Alright, just can't open that third one. Torch time. This room full of mirrors reminds you of the Elven Funhouse at King Otto's Fair. Hooray. Looks like torches. Torches! Sure, we'll take a broom. I know there's just stuff that can kill you. Like, this game does follow the old adventure game rules of just kind of, you know, hope you don't die. Because one of these mirrors, is it this one? Okay, cool. Can't break that mirror with just our face. But if we use... say, the sword... Oh, the mirror. Nothing. Okay. Right. I need stones for my sling. The walls, the floor, and the coffins are all made of stone. Take our stone. Cool. Now we have stones for our sling. What is over here? You enter a cold room, the stench of flesh and decay. Okay, that makes sense. The stench of flesh and decay pervades the small chamber. You begin to shiver. This room is really cold. But looks like we have torches. Good old torches. We need those. The door is open. You seem to be wasting your time. It's a large pedestal with iron trim. It's a small trapdoor made of polished metal. Looks like there's a ladder. It won't open. Pow. I swear we can do something with this button. But it's so tiny and hard to hit. There's a small hole in the wall, some 3 inches deep. It's a white stone of unknown origin. A fine thing to gamble away in a good card game. It's a fine red ruby. Its color reminds you of your adventure across the Sea of Blood. It's a dark blue gemstone that is as big as the pommel of a sword. Cool. Apparently, I can't use these if they're in the bag. Can I leave the bag? Well, cool. The gem fits perfectly in the hole. A small crystal sphere magically appears on the stand. So much of this game is going to be me remembering just random stuff from this game. The sphere is in hand. Tell me about the sphere. This crystal sphere is as cold as ice. Good thing we know where we need to freeze some stuff. So some of this game does in fact feature like the kind of actual problem solving of, okay, we have a sphere that is as cold as ice and this room is really cold and it's a magic sphere and yada yada. So you drop the sphere into the lake and notice the ripples disappear as the water turns into ice. Cool. And yeah, it follows like actual logistical stuff of, oh, it's a lake. If you freeze it, then the shark can't get you, and you can go get key 3. It is now in hand. Cool. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. However, if we want to take this back, we can't take it. So we can menus. The sphere has put out the flames. That's the wrong way to do that. Oh, I love this game. So, yeah, like, so much of this game falls into the nostalgia category of just, like, I love it because it was something I tried to figure out as a kid, and it's just, like, a lot of really weird problem solving, and some of it, like I was saying, some of it is actually logistical, it makes sense as you, like, examine things, like, oh, okay, we have a magic sphere that is always really cold. Okay, cool, great. I'm curious. Nothing happened. Good. Cool. But yeah, like, some of it is fairly illogical. Like, how did I know to put the white gem into that slot on the wall? I don't remember how we figured that out. Like, that was... As far as I can remember, that's just something that is... Like, I just remember you use the white gem at that point, and like, it's almost nonsense that, like, nothing about the white gem suggested it's like, oh, it's a fine gem to gamble away in a card game. You put the burning torch close to it. The torch melts away the ice all over the sphere, allowing it to float to the surface. Not surprisingly, the lake quickly refreezes. But we can take our sphere back. I don't remember if we actually need that. But, yeah, like, some of this is going to be... There's going to be a bunch of stuff in this game that I just remember from being a kid and, like, having played this before. And some of it I don't remember too well, so we're going to have to be going through trying to use those, logic clues. And occasionally we'll just be running into the random stuff that kills you. So, it's an adventure game. I don't know, like, there's merit to it, and yeah, it's kind of cheap that some of it is like learn by dying. But hey, that's kind of what Dark Souls was. So, yeah, anyway, I guess on that, bombshell of a thought, we'll go ahead and call this an episode and move on to the next one. When we come back, we'll be going back to a room that we've been to before, and then going into a new room beyond that room. Hooray! I'm excited to play this. I haven't played this in years, so I've been kind of wanting to get into it, and it's like, again, that's half of this, what I do with this YouTube thing we call a show, is it's about that shared experience. I just want to share this game, so hey, hopefully you have some fun too. Anyway, I've been Bryce, this has been VHS Play, and have yourself a lovely evening.